And good evening, everyone. Welcome on into the grand finale, Game 1. We got traiLZ versus Chromataclysm. It's going to be a hot match. And on commentary, we have Star and Aaron. How are you two doing?
Doing alright. A little tired, but looking forward to a good match here. How about you, Aaron?
Doing excellent, definitely. This is traiLZ versus Chroma. This is there's three or four names that you think of with Z2R right now, and these are two of them. traiLZ still undefeated, I think, through this entire tournament. Chroma's dropped one or two here and there, including I think a Swiss round against traiLZ, but he's made it back for the third straight year, I believe.
Like that, yes. Both perennial top runners here. Trail's one of the oldest timers still around. Chroma's been around a good several years himself. Both have tournament titles under their belts, looking to add to it.
Yeah, I remember. I know Chroma from when I was first learning Z2R, or excuse me, I know traiLZ from when I was first learning Z2R, and he'd just do all these races with this Chroma person, no cam, and he'd whoop him constantly. And I was like, "Who's this Chroma guy? He's just getting beat by traiLZ all the time." But you know what? Now they're, I would say he might have the overall lead in this series because he's emerged. And yeah, we're going to see here finals of Zelda 2 Randomizer Game 1 just about to get underway.
Chroma is actually our defending champion of the standard tournament from last year.
Yeah, so here we go. Looks like we're starting near the top. I'm not very good with the biomes. I always screw them up. But immediate medicine cave, not really the first thing you want to see.
Yep, and we've got custom music for Chroma's audio today. traiLZ, as usual, is not restream safe, but Chroma has not sure what tune this is, but it's definitely not vanilla, because this is a relatively recent addition to the randomizer. But yeah, I believe this is a caldera biome, likely, since we started near the top end of the map. It looks kind of closed off east-west, and relatively open.
I believe
sure
this is
in a bit. And vanilla medicine, neat.
All right. I believe this is a song that Chroma wrote himself, at least in that cave. A lot of the stuff is custom music, although I think he's got a few like Dragon Warrior songs in there too.
And traiLZ is playing with his usual, I believe that's a Simon Belmont sprite, with the typical, and with the custom item sprites too. So that was the, well, we know in this case that was the medicine sprite, because Chroma just found the same one.
I think I've got most of the traiLZ sprites down now. It's almost everything is custom. I think Irene Punmaster has been working on most of that.
Yep. I totally missed Mido and what spell is there for traiLZ. We do have Spell and Rauru, and that was a canoe. That's a raft for Chroma.
Yeah, there's not too many unique ones on Chroma's side, but that is one of them.
Yep. Chroma has found a path to the their A's. And because I should mention this, Chroma's NES has some issues. Don't mind the visual glitches. He will probably save his game and reset at one point just to hopefully resolve a thing or two, but this is normal for him. Don't mind it. Q3 or 6 there, no hint for traiLZ.
Yeah, he's going to test the first guy here. I think that was 200. It was kind of hard to tell.
I've got no idea, to be honest, so I'm not going to even bother guessing.
Yeah, looks like he's going to do a little, I call this the Slamoo grind, because he's the one I see do it the most.
And traiLZ has found another item cave over here on the west. He's still staying on the north shore.
Curious he took magic too. I guess he doesn't have any spells. Kind of surprising. I guess he decided to just cut and move.
I've got absolutely no idea what traiLZ just picked up.
I believe that was the child.
Okay, thank you. And for our tracker, Chroma has the raft. I do know some Final Fantasy. I know Zip about Castlevania, so I cannot help with those sprites.
I still didn't quite see what was in me, though. Well, we'll know eventually. It's not spell, at least. That's the one thing we know.
Yep. This is the raft incoming for Trails. And that's an any key, which is a really nice find for Chroma.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Get that one out of the way, get it done, and now you can dive palaces if you want. And both of these guys love diving palaces early.
They absolutely do.
But it's also just a testament to his own abilities. Like, the average Z2R runner is going to struggle like crazy in that cave.
Yeah, and actually, I was incorrect. I mixed up my caves. That is not a raft for Trails, that's a heart container, aka meat. Obvious because his health bar went up.
And it makes you want to grumble.
Yes, it does. Sorry, Tom, that's on me for mixing up my things. This Space Island layout, by the way, looks atrocious.
Yeah, he went all the way down in the one corner. I think
And
the key
got
was along the
stuck.
way, but just kind of
It
a lot of
was.
nothing.
And he has to walk all the way back because that dead ends, which is a real stinker. Actually, I stand corrected on this biome. I think this might be a vanilla-like. They do have a boulder blocked cave here, so we'll see if we can find the other side of it, although this map layout's kind of gross.
Chroma may have survived. Okay, he actually got past that guy. Those blue lizards are worth a ton, though, which I think is the reason why Chroma went through this area instead of trying to do the link feat.
Trails found P2 on the west and decides to update back to start because I think he was getting pretty dead-ended where he was at.
We might see him go that direction now. Go find the maze as well.
Yeah, I don't actually remember where it was, but it's down this side somewhere. I think this is a vanilla-like west, where where the map is basically split in half north-south, and they're on the northern side. I don't think I've seen a way to the southern side yet.
Oh, we got an orange lizard, and I forget what the other one was, but we saw both the ironized enemies in that screen.
Okay, and there's the bridge for Trails, so that's how Chroma got here, and that's a great find. Glove for Chroma.
So maze has key and glove. That is a pretty big maze.
Yep, and Chroma's just going to go straight into P3, or through this 3 or 6, which makes perfect sense. You've got a key, you've got a glove. This Space Island layout is atrocious, and you really don't want to come back here. Although I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this color.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably not a whole lot that's going to stop him here anyway, so you might as well just bust through it. The one possible negative would be if, like, Hammer Boots is here, and he doesn't get the item.
Yeah, but, or a fairy block would be kind of an ouch, but Chroma's gonna try and clear this, and I suspect Trails will do the same.
Yeah, it could even be a jump block, I suppose. It's not super common to see those, but...
Without fairy, jump blocks are a lot more common. Because there's a number of rooms that are jump or fairy blocked, well, without either of those spells, it's entirely possible to get stuck. Okay, that is an any key for Trails.
Yeah, it looks like a real skeleton key. It's actually, I like the art on that one a lot.
And Windows confirm we've got a P6 in the maze for Chroma. Not the greatest levels to be doing P6 on, but these guys are fine, and they don't want to come back here.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see... I don't know, Barba kind of is in the bottom half, I think, in difficulty of the enemies. I don't know, I mean, Horsehead and Helmet Head are kind of whatever, but with Karok being juiced up, I don't know. Barba just doesn't usually seem to pose as much of a threat. Now I might be jinxing Chroma and Trails here, we'll see.
They at least can't jackhammer themselves into the lava, so there's that.
Well, that's just a skill issue.
But in general, though, yeah, Barba's usually not too bad. It can be a really slow fight on low attack levels. As I say that at Chroma picking up attack 4, but it's slow and steady does win it usually. It just takes a bit. Alright,
Oh, and this is Okay,
Go ahead.
sorry. I thought. No, yeah, this is the. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought it was a completely different room. I thought it was the old P2 doohickey where you have to, where you normally go right, but if you go left, you have to jump or like fight off the walls.
Yeah. More serious question though. Is like, does that drop look familiar? Because it looked like the first drop Chroma took, but I think this is new.
Yeah, the one he did before didn't have a path to the right, so I think he probably like blinked once, but once he remembered that, it would be pretty obvious.
Yeah. Okay, and Chroma needs to navigate this room carefully because you can do it without jump, but gotta watch the lava here. There we go, and traiLZ has found his glove, so he's gonna go third P6 while he's here for the same reasons.
Yeah, we might have. It might seem like Chroma has a lead into the palace, but traiLZ has done some stuff that Chroma will almost certainly do once this is done. So it's a little too early to say much. And now we got a full loop.
Whoop-de-doo, we got looped back to start, so that was not the way to go for Chroma. Ooh, 200-point P-bag. That's a nice find.
Oh, he's got to make the jump. traiLZ didn't make the jump. Can Chroma make it? Okay, good. Oh wait, no, there it was. He didn't make the jump. Okay, up A. He's got to make the jump.
Yeah, because I think that's the way to go through. I'm also thinking about what's our next progression. Because I don't think we saw... I think we saw on traiLZ's side most of the northern side of the west. There was that hammer block cave over at the eastern end of it, heading south, and I don't think we saw any pass... I think there's one pass-through cave near Star that's going south, as Chroma falls down the hole again. Oops. So I'm thinking one of those two caves, either the pass-through cave near Start, which I think... I don't actually recall if that was Parappa Cave, Fairy Cave, or Jump Cave. But it's that, or the Hammer Block Cave and dig the hammer out of here, basically, to progress to the southern side of the west, because I don't think we saw a continental connector on the mazes anywhere aside from that bridge.
Oh man, Chroma's having fun. You can see it. We can see his camera, and he's just like, he's laughing. This is one of those things that you're in the finals. He's a vanilla runner, but you never, like, some people will do this without jump, but most people don't. And he's got to get it.
Yeah.
And he does.
Nice.
Oh, good point by Jay Coper. There might actually be one other path that they haven't taken yet. When I saw traiLZ fall down the hole, I think there was a left. I don't think that Chroma took.
traiLZ just took the second of the two very similar looking loop drops. So we know this dead ends because that's where Chroma was last, before his current adventures.
And traiLZ's not quite as worried. No, I guess he did go back after the experience. I thought he was going to skip it. But he did get the key, and he just grabbed the key again. It's like muscle motion. The first couple of keys you see after you get the any key, you just want to grab them.
Yep, for sure.
And he's found Barba.
Alright, no item yet. I think there was one other path past the Canadian hole.
And this is where the routing could be really bad for Chroma. If he fails and this item is required to go anywhere else, he's just going to have to come all the way back.
Yeah, and that depends too. Does traiLZ take a... yeah, because there was one other path to take, and Chroma found the boss, but that other item could be important, although having already found the Raft Glove and any key reduces the odds, we do have a possible hammer block to get out of this west, so I'm concerned.
Oh, he skipped a level. He could have actually got 3 levels here if he hadn't, because both of the other 2 spells, I think, were in the 700s. But he didn't know that bag was going to drop. Oh, you know what? Never mind. He's tanking life.
Yeah. Alright, up A and the save. So Chroma's now going to go do the exploration traiLZ did earlier. This is the south-facing cave I was talking about. So actually, Chroma's just going to head straight through it. Trails went up and right from start to get over to where the couple towns were, and see that's where the Hammer Cave was. Okay. And convenient. Okay, so that was Parappa Cave, and we were able to go through to find a big old body of water in Saria with fairy in it, so never mind, we're okay. For now.
And now Trails is going to throw himself at the Canadian hole. Yeah, so...
Yep, gonna be a bit for Trails potentially. For the moment, Chroma's zooming here on the west. He's gone to the southern side, has grabbed his fairy spell, and he's gonna go up A. Interesting. Trails does get the jump, very nice. And Thunder and Nito, okay. So that's what that was earlier.
Did Trails not get the hint? You know what? I bet he doesn't need Thunder. He's probably just waiting till he had to do it all at once and get down stab as well.
Yep, yeah, no real reason for Trails to do that earlier.
I guess we'll see if Trails decides to go back and get the item, since he knows that there's no other path except for that. Or got bit by the room.
Ooh, that hurts. But yeah, Trails has explored more of the west and knows that it's either a hammer block or go through the pass-through cave. But then again, he knows it is Parappa Cave, so who knows? We'll see. Keep an eye out on Chroma's spell menu, because I want to know what Thunder costs right now in Magic 3. 70-something, so not castable.
79. Well, one magic container. That's, I don't think he's going to cast a whole lot of it right away anyway, because of Fairy.
Yeah, but good to know that's there, so... That's actually not too bad, too. 79 is almost castable, so... Usually it's not terribly hard, watch me jinx it, to find the 5th magic jar. And that does tend to go down with magic levels as well. Go ahead.
I was going to say Trails on Barba, but I was just wondering, because I completely whiffed on seeing the entire path over there. Was that cave through Saria, was that just a dead end afterward, because he up-A'd?
There was, I think the option there is to ferry to the other side of Saria. I'm not sure if there was more land along that northern side of the water that he could have walked on, but he went straight into Saria, grabbed the spell, and up-A'd out of there, so I don't know.
We could just have some really interesting logic right now, and I'm kind of waiting to see if it happens. If you end up having to full clear Maze and get the item out of Maze Palace before you can really push through on the west, would be pretty crazy.
Because here's that hammer blocked cave for Chroma, so he now knows that's there. We don't know if that's an item cave or a pass-through cave because we haven't seen the sub-inside of this mountain. It's somewhere to the east of Saria and we can't get there. Chroma's about to find out we get utterly dead-ended over here aside from P2, which I think he'll probably clear while he's here.
Yeah, and Trail's taking down. Not surprised that he just kills the dragon. He doesn't like to do fancy stuff with his levels. Usually just takes whatever comes up.
And not a lot of experience from this palace, but I don't think he really cares. Gonna just take attack 4 and go.
Yeah, he's not going back in for the item either, so... Nope. Did he? No, I don't know. Maybe he thinks there might be another way through here. Okay, yeah, there's the up-A.
I think he may just pause to think, is there another way? No, there isn't. Time to leave.
Yeah, there's always the potential time loss in not being thorough that you want to be careful about, especially in a race against, in a finals race.
For sure, yeah. And 500 point P-Bag for Chroma. Which, that was kind of a waste of time, but it wasn't too hard to find, and Well, he won't be coming back, so that's good. Trail's got a life container, heart container somewhere on the west that Chroma hasn't gotten to yet, obviously. I don't quite remember where it was, though, on the map.
It was in whatever cave that you thought was the raft cave. I remember that, but maybe it was. It was Peabag Cave, I think.
Confirming that, I just don't know where it was physically on the map. Trill's making the same choice to up A out of Saria to go grab Downstab and Thunder, which actually does make sense on second thought that they both did this. Trill's to grab Fairy and Downstab, as well as to probably clear P2 Chroma because he actually hadn't explored the rest of the northern side of the map west yet. Sorry about bumping the mic, I had to blow my nose, but okay now. Let's see. And there's a helmet head. Okay, that's actually not too bad as P2s go. P2 can be a little bit of slog, but very nice helmet head, and that was a reasonably quick dig. Not super fast, but not too bad.
And he's going to pick up attack 6. He's setting up the slingshot. That's usually the way that he prefers to level, is to get attack at 6 or even 7, and then fill in the others afterward.
Yep. There, a pay for Chroma, and let's go south again. So Chroma's gonna be our first runner to show us the southern side of the west, really, because nobody's gone past Saria.
Oh yeah, jump. Oh no, that wasn't Jump Cave. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go all the way across. This is fun. I like this sort of logic, especially when it's not like super difficult to figure it out. Like you'd have to go through like DM and then you get like to a dead end on the east or something. That's always kind of annoying. This is fun.
Yeah, and Chroma has... Well, he's left one item cave behind on the northern side, though he doesn't know that. We know he doesn't care because it's a heart container and Chroma's fine without it. Chroma, if he feels like it, can just head south and never come back. Because he's cleared out the maze, unless he needs the item out of P6, he's cleared out the maze, he's cleared out P2, he has found our next palace, which is P3. And right in he goes.
Yeah, the actual gap we have right now, this is a pretty real feeling. The one difference would be if the spell is needed, because Chroma skipped that. They might have to come back, but I think that what we see as far as progress on screen is pretty real to what's going on.
Yeah, at this point there's not a whole lot the spell can lock. We have all of our spell items, we have the glove, we've got the any key, we have a raft. Boots are potentially a block depending on what our eastern map looks like, or DM, if that's somehow required. And that would have to be for the flute or hammer if they had a dig DM.
Yeah, I think we've seen what was with Trophy. I don't know, have we seen Rudo yet? I think we did.
Oh, it's true that we don't have Trophy, true. We haven't seen Rudo, it's gonna be down here on the southern side somewhere, so we could need a Trophy. But there's not a whole lot left we're looking for, I think, overall. Mostly map exploration, since we haven't done a lot of it.
Yeah, I think this song is another one of the custom ones that Chroma's written, but I don't want to get too far ahead because he has taken a lot of stuff from different games. But every song he's taken, he's actually composed himself into the Fama tracker.
Pretty neat. I'm afraid that I'm not the most familiar with the NES game library, so I will just not comment on most tunes. I don't recognize it is not saying a lot coming from me.
To be honest, there's like 2 Dragon Warrior 3 or 4 songs that I know he's done, and after that, I'm pretty clueless too.
It is neat though to hear the custom music. As nice as as awesome as the vanilla Z2 Palace theme is, it does get a little old when you've heard it a couple hundred times.
Alright, that pillar means that this is a dead-end room for Chroma, but he might try to, I don't know, pick up the level while he's here, maybe do an up A.
He wants the key back.
Or not. I guess, yeah, he just wanted 100 experience.
traiLZ has cleaned up P2 and is now heading south himself. Just noticed Fairy is only 30 at Magic 3, which is honestly not too bad.
Yeah, definitely on the low side. Oh, he tried. Didn't work.
Ouch. Good try, though.
It looks
Go
like
ahead.
Fairy didn't go down either, because at Magic 5, looked like it still took up almost 2 bars for traiLZ.
Yep, looks like about the same. Dropped early and stayed there, and then stayed there.
Okay, so we cleared the Maze Palace. This is the second palace on the west, so there's still one more to go. We have no idea what it is yet, I don't think.
Nope, it's gonna be down here somewhere on the southern side because we saw everything up north, but could be any of our remaining palaces.
I'm rooting for it to be on a little island.
Although unlikely on a vanilla-like. Here's the boss. No sign of the item. I don't know that Chroma's gonna bother go hunting for it.
I mean, in vanilla, there's a palace on an island.
That is true, but vanilla-like does it a little differently. Nice and quick Rebo fight for Chroma.
Alright, it's probably going to be attack 7. I think he usually goes to that when it's possible. So
as well.
And it's not like he needs the MP right now for anything in particular.
Not at all. Big graveyard of nothing down here. Although this is going to be a continental connector to... that's a kinda gross looking start to DM.
Was that DM?
Pretty sure it was.
Oh, guess he did
no,
not.
The chat, never mind, says it's the east, and I'm a scatterbrain, but, yeah, I actually might be on second thought, but, but ugly looking start either way, and Chroma's gonna explore the rest of the southern side of the west before he goes over there again. We have another item cave here. Thunder is not castable last I checked, Cobra, although I'm not sure if it's changed at Magic 6. Okay, never mind, it's definitely castable now, because the last time we checked at Magic 3 it was 79, and oh, Fairy's also dropped in cost too, it's a bar and a half now. So it's probably down to about 24, 25 Fairy, and Thunder was 79 at Magic 3, so it's now castable if only just for Chroma, potentially. Life in Rudo, so okay, we don't need the trophy.
Yeah, I don't think either of these guys are going to go out of their way for life, so goodbye. Rudo forever. Yeah, at that point means we're not going to have any spell blocks the rest of the way because they both have the kit already, so...
And no hit on King's Tomb.
We could have a hammer or a flute block on a town. That's still a possibility.
Yeah. Oh, GP, and I think this is the other side of the hammer block cave next to GP, so hammer block not required. And not really. Kind of, maybe a shortcut to GP. That's not great. Here's our last item on the list. Chroma's gonna get this item, check to make sure there's nothing else done in the southeast corner, and then go back over to the other corner and, nice trophy. Go check out the, whatever costume that is.
Yeah, there was definitely a face made at that one.
For sure. It's like, okay, game, fine.
Looks like traiLZ is going back in, wants to get the item out of P3. He's seen a lot of it, so it probably shouldn't be too far.
I don't think so, no, because it was a bit of a walk to get here.
Well, it's right here.
And heart container. Oh well.
That's probably worth it. I think anything up to 6, you're still pretty happy to see it. Past 6,
rats
it's
in
more
the
like...
south about east corner. That's nice, potentially.
And that's DM.
That.
Yeah, he's out. This is
He's gonna go walk back on over all the way across the southern side of the map again to get back to the cave. Oh, and there's a cave to the east, which southeast corner of the east. Okay. I think the other cave also led to the east, and this is a ugly looking mountainous map. Ew.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes up that desert path. He'd just be at the other cave that teleported him over here.
Yeah, and you have P5 right next to in the southeast corner here.
Yeah, and this is one of the negative things about carrying the experience around is you really, one turn, half your resources gone. In P5, you probably really want to up A, but when you're this close to a level, even if it's not a very high level, it's a hard thing to just give up that experience.
For sure. I have no idea what the cost of Thunder is, to be honest. I haven't been catching Chroma's menus.
I will let you all know as soon as I think to look for it. Oh, Chroma went straight down the trap hole there. That's kind of surprising. Didn't even try to go across.
Just go all the way down and take the right. traiLZ exploring the southeast corner now. Well, southeast quadrant, I suppose.
I found Bagu's Woods. That's not going to be of any use.
Nope, not on the other side of Saria.
And he... Oh wait, never mind, that's right. This was the cave with the item.
So that'll be the trophy for traiLZ, which is his last item on the west. And this P5 definitely feels like a P5 so far. Got a couple different branches for Chroma, and P5 is the longest of the regular palaces on average.
It looks like traiLZ is more or less cleared out all of the west too, so I feel like he's about 2 to 3 minutes behind, which is strange. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything particularly slow. He's just not quite catching up to Chroma. The exploration, everything's just taking a little bit longer.
Yep. Did he actually check the cave on the southwest corner that led to the other the northeast corner of the east?
I didn't see if he did.
Because I don't know that he did, because I walk all the way down south after clearing P3.
Wayne is entering P5 himself. This has been, I think it's been pretty long. It'd be interesting though to see if traiLZ does not fall down that hole, because that was really quick. I don't think we've seen Chroma do anything else. If you get like an immediate Guma past that,
yeah, for sure, because that could be a big time save for traiLZ. And in any case, on the note of the cave that traiLZ may or may not have checked next to P3, near P3, Doesn't really matter, we don't need it. Thunder is still in the 70-somethings at Magic 5 for Trails.
And nope, he decided to jump right in the hole too.
Alright then. I think this is loopy, yes, for Chroma. Maybe not. Yes, this looks kind of familiar. Yeah, this is familiar. So Chroma's just went back around to those drops, so he's gonna see about taking a different route. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I had missed something there, so I figured it out.
Okay.
So it's always a bit funny, that room with the lava right there. Oh, we got an item room.
Oh, okay, nice magic jar.
Definitely happy to see that. Magic, again, once you get to 6 bars, you feel pretty comfortable usually, and I think the way the magic is leveled, that gives them an extra cast of fairy, and that'll be pretty useful later.
Yeah, fairy is something around the bar and a half at this point of magic, so yeah. 6 bars guarantees 4 casts. Okay, 22 fairy at 22 fairy at magic 6 is 4 casts on 6 bars. Sorry, brain's a little fried after a long day of work, so took me a sec to do the math on that one. And I think the number cost on Thunder was still 70-something.
Oh, 79 itself is a pretty low on the average. The fact that it went down that early was a little good fortune, so the fact that it hasn't went down since isn't too surprising.
Yep. Nice scuba fight for Chroma, so that'll be 4th gem for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, how many people are going to go into Guma beeping and not just run into the guy, you know, and actually fight him straight up, having that confidence?
Yeah. Okay, town just north of here is Naburu. And perfect! Reflect! Alright, we're in we are just looking for our last palaces at this point. I won't say we're in go mode because it's still possible we need to find a flute or a river or a hammer. The mountainous map is one of the few maps where the river double can be useful, and we haven't seen him yet. We haven't really seen anything on the east.
Yes, he has 3 spells: Fairy, Thunder, Reflect. The 3 spells that are almost always required.
Yep.
It's just funny. I mean, he might pick up Jump. I don't know. We'll see. Jump is such a nice safety, especially if he's still riding 4 hearts. But it might be useful in GP.
Yeah. Kind of rude game. Has to go west here. Cannot continue up the eastern side of the map. Or the desert tile, which she'll check to see if it's anything useful. And there's our river double, speaking of him. With a hammer next to him. Great.
Can you use the hammer on the river devil?
It would be funny if you could to, like, squash him flat or something, but nope. Need to find a flute if we need to go that way. Although I don't remember if there's a way to go west of P5, so Chroma's gonna check that first. Okay,
yeah, right now.
Go down and left. Good. And then see what we can find down this way.
And Trail's working on Guma now himself. He's got 1 less attack level, but anyone who's been around Zelda 2 for a while knows that Trails loves himself some epic Guma kills.
And, okay, water tile here. We see the Valley of Death. And nope. Oh, that's rude. Okay, game. Fine. We're turning around and going back to the west.
He does have the other path, so we're not completely locked yet. But we can't go
Yeah,
that way.
he has to go all the way back around to the other side to the other connector by P3 that he saw earlier and go try that to see where he can go. And that's rude, because that's a really long hike back.
Oh wait, there's that.
This pass-through cave is going to save him a little time, cutting from back across the southern side of the west. Go ahead.
Okay, now it's the same thing too. I'm like, wait, there was a pass through, but then I forgot that the other side is still where they are.
Yep. Yeah, no, there's a north-south pass-through, but there's not an east-west pass-through. I think the River Devil, I think this is a segmented east in a couple different ways. I think it might be north-south segmented, and southeast-southwest segmented with the River Devils blocking that one. Because I think this is the northeastern corner of the east. Which is hard boots locked? Or no, not northeastern corner. Where are we? Is a good question.
It might be
Boots
the
locked, or
southeast. So boots or flute. Boots or flute.
Okay, we're checking Riven P-Tag Cave, because, we're in for fun. There's that hammer for trails. I was like, wait, what? And then, okay, there's boots. So that's good.
Alright, that was a little too easy, game. Come on.
Just a bit.
Yeah, I'm not even sure this technically counted as a block if you put the item right next to it.
Boots the water tile that has flute. Quite possible that the flute is just over here.
Oh, yeah, you can't even go that way, so...
No, but you have to go up and then... nope, that goes... Okay, this is just a really random cave to nowhere?
Yeah, well, now it's better because, I don't know, Chroma might be thinking about it, but yeah, water tile is probably your best bet. That or you gotta go back into one of the palaces that you didn't finish up. Or Death Mountain, because we still haven't seen one of the transports.
Nope. We know where Death Mountain is. It's behind the raft tile, which is also somewhere over on the right there for trails.
Oh wait, no, we have seen both the transports. Yeah, so that is going to be a hard flute block. There's no way around that.
Yeah, hard flute block to the rest of the east. Somehow, this mountainous map is being a little stupid, so... Yeah, water tile, and then... Let's see what this is.
Map befitting a finals race.
What is that?
Oh, that was just a one-up.
That's useless. Alright then, our options are... Our options are P6, because neither runner got the item out of there, or go to DM, and I actually can't blame Chroma for going straight to DM. With the boots, he can walk up the coast here, and P6 is a really long hike.
Listen, I don't think he full cleared P3 either, so he's got more liabilities. Did we see P5's item?
Both of them found the magic jar out of it.
Oh, right, yeah, it was up the elevator. Well, that's a block up there, too. We can't get around it, so he's going to have to go through some of these caves.
Yep, traiLZ is about to find his boots and then be sad.
I was supposed to say the routing in this, the logic has been pretty great because, hey, you can do palaces early, cool. But you have to get through the maze, which you might not have the early levels for. But these guys, no problem. And then you end up having to go into DM, possibly.
I mean, it's either DM or go all the way back to P6. No, that's the only two options in this seed as traiLZ gets his boots. is either hike all the way back to P6, we know, which is not going to be fun because you have to up a trek back across the northern side of the west. Go take that cave to... Yeah, go take that bridge to the maze, sorry. Go hike back through the maze to P6, that's not fast. Their boots don't save you time in this in that maze very much.
Oh, there's a suspicious looking cave there to the left.
Yeah.
I think he wants the rock first, but I think he saw it too.
Yeah.
Just gave up on it.
Yeah, go get Hammer Cave while you're in the area before you have to come back through. But yeah, P6 is just a really long hike from here, so...
Yeah, they were. Jay Cooper was talking about the hearts. I think the two hearts, one was P3 and the other one was just Pillar P-Bag Cave, which Chroma just didn't do or didn't find.
Yeah, Pillar P-Bag Cave is somewhere on the northern side of the west. I forget where. There's the one up for Trails.
All right, well, it's halfway through Hammer Cave. We'll see if this is our flute. It's great, the flute being required and being a hard block for 2 palaces is not common. Looks like Trails is going into DM himself now.
I mean, this again the logical play given your other choices to hike all the way back to P6, which is not a quick trip. Because you have to hike all the way back to P6 and hike all the way back here. Which isn't particularly fast. And that P-Bag is not the thing we wanted.
Oh, and he is just out. He did not pursue the block. That's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. He's going somewhere else.
Well, he does have other checks to do, but I mean, if that's Spec Rock is the thing, that might be a fatal decision.
Very much could be. He is going to find that heart container we were talking about earlier. Yeah, Chroma had this item and the item at a P3, which are both heart containers that Trails found that he didn't. And then there's P6 and Spec Rock left for us, from our perspective.
Yeah, I think Trails has probably noticed that cave over there too, but yeah, it seems like he's going to double check everything.
Yep. Doesn't want to commit to Hammer Cave because it's a pain to either backtrack back out of there or up a hike all the way back here and go dig it out again. But I'm not... Spec Rock has to be somewhere on the southern side. I think I might have just caught the corner of it for Trails.
Yeah, same. And now Chroma's back into P3. I mean, there's only really one way to go with this, so he's going to find the heart, but it's just going to feel bad. You don't really want to be diving for hearts.
For sure. And Trails has found Spec Rock. And we have... not it.
No, that is the flute. That is a book on his side. I guess that has something to do with music in the Castlevania series. So
okay,
he did find the flute.
That is huge for Trails and a big ouch for Chroma here.
Now, the problem is I'm not sure what Trails is doing. This is like, okay, go, go, go. And he's still checking caves.
I think he's trying to find a way back to the coast.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Because I think it's faster to walk it out of here than up all the way back to start, because it's a bit of hike to get out of there.
Yeah, good. Smart move, Trails. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You did correctly identify the item, which is better than I'm doing, at least on that front.
But yeah, that is one heck of a swing. And, I remember one tournament where Trails kind of lost the race just being stuck in Death Mountain for a while. And just it's nice to see. I mean, I'm sure it's happened between now and then, but, sticking around and DMs pushing a little bit more has put him firmly in the lead now.
Absolutely, because Chroma's here in P3, and he's going to find the heart container in a minute or two, but he might go for P6 next before he goes back to DM, and if he does, and even if he goes immediately back to DM, it's still a hike to get back to the raft tile, which is on the other end of the west, and then go find Spec Rock.
Yeah, we get one of our remaining towns here. Maybe we'll see an upstab pickup, probably. Yeah, and there's Chroma, gets the heart, see the head shake. Now, does he go back to the maze in P6, or does he go back to DM?
See, Shield in New Kasuto, sorry, is completely useless to trails. He's not going to bother picking it up. And actually, I forgot that P3 is on the southern side of the west, so looks like Chroma's heading back to DM, which is good.
traiLZ is going to pick up upstab. I doubt we'll see the fire pickup. This does mean dead Kasuto must have the jump spell.
Yep.
And Chroma's going to see the block here right away. So he did lose a bit of time going back in there. Probably passed off to lead the trails, but this race is nowhere close to being over.
Absolutely not, because Chroma having to I already saw a decent chunk of DM, so I knew he had to head to the southwest corner for his second item, and is really a little unnoted himself over that flute. But now he just needs to go back to the east, and then he'll be hot on traiLZ's heels.
Looks like traiLZ is going to pick up fire. That's interesting, because I mean, if it's jump, then he doesn't have to get that. Maybe it's something like fairy or thunder make that cheaper. I don't know. Kind of curious to see him pick it up. And it's shield.
Well, that was kind of a waste of time.
I mean, he had to leave town anyway, so it wasn't like he came all the way through here for it, but that's still probably about 20-30 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, and there's our last palace on the east. We are done with exploration.
Well, I think you still got to get into... Did we see the path in the VOD yet?
It's just east of here.
Okay.
Because we could see the other side of the VOD from the River Devil, so...
Trails, P1 media item room. That item room loves to be right at the beginning of palaces, and he did not bother.
I mean, there's nothing you could possibly want from there.
Yeah, again, once you get to about 6 containers, that's usually enough. Anytime you're less than that, it puts a little bit of extra pressure in GP, but they're fine.
And the old lady is asking for 7 magic jars. Chroma says, screw it, I'm leaving.
And Horsehead, pretty quick. This really short P1, just the way the routing worked, but and goodbye, Horsehead.
I'm a little surprised Chroma is heading straight into the valley, but then again, it's a fairly short one with only 1 encounter, so not too bad to get out of here.
All right, we'll see if traiLZ looks around for Jump Town or if he just goes. I think he's going to go.
Jump is not worth it.
Yeah, he's got decent enough levels and stuff. He can take care of these enemies. I don't think he's going to be too worried.
Nope.
This encounter's pretty fun, though. Every single enemy in the encounter is ironized. There's 3 of them, and they all are iron.
Alright, and Chroma's into P4. traiLZ is hot on his heels.
It's gonna be how quickly can Chroma get to it and get going, because traiLZ is right on his tail. Even though P1 is going to be real quick for Chroma when he gets to it, just no time left.
Not at all. There are a couple of options here in P4, so we'll see what divergences we may or may not see.
I imagine if the last palace being here, we're going to see an up A from traiLZ when he decides to clear it. I wonder if Chroma will or not, though, because it's not too hard to get back from P1.
He's absolutely not upping back to start. It's a really long way back here from the west.
Well, I meant, after P1. I didn't mean after this.
Yeah, no. After they clear their last palace on the east, though, I think they both up A.
Yeah, because you got, even though it's Jump Cave, if you don't want to go... Well, no, they got boots now, so they'll just go through Propa and walk over.
I mean, I don't know that I agree with Chad that Chrome would need Trails to have a disaster in GP, because right now this P4 is being a bit of a slog.
Yeah, I think we're still at a point where you can't really tell that one person is ahead of the other. It seems like Chroma should be, but I feel like the pathing has just been all over the place.
As I think that was a loop. So Chroma taking this left, Chroma taking this other left that Chroma has not taken.
Also, GP itself is GP. I believe we're still doing short GP, right? There's no change for the finals.
No, we did not change the flags for the finals this year.
All right. I know in the past sometimes they've thrown the long in there at the end, but
not this year, at least. This is a really long P4. It feels like, because normally it's kind of more of a mid-length palace, but they've been in here a while between them. They're currently in completely different sections of the palace, it looks like.
Or they're in the exact same section.
Because they just came at it from different directions.
Chroma's gonna go back right? Has he been through here already?
I'm watching Trails at the moment because I know Trails just got here from that way.
And yeah, that's the boss room. Trails just took the death to get the refill.
Hey then, oopsies for Chroma.
Yeah, Chroma just bailed out of the right path. That's very confusing.
Huh. Well, he hadn't seen this right either, so it does make sense he's checking it. We know, unfortunately, this loops around eventually, at some point.
All right, and with that, the last of the palaces is done for Trails, and he is going to pick up the. Sorry, I just saw Chroma do that. It's hilarious.
That's actually intentional. That Chroma made sure to take the hit as he got the health, so he could still death warp back to the start of the room and still get the heart container. But yeah, kind of funny to see. Alright, so update back to start for Trails as expected, and Chroma is gonna realize that this is a loop.
Alright, yeah, here we go. It's how much we got now? It's for 5620. We're gonna see Palace sub-hour GP entry, which didn't. I don't know. This has been kind of a weird routing seed, hasn't it?
I mean, they gave you the items and spells early, but the overworld is kind of a mess. 5636 according to the restream timer entry for GP on Trails' side.
Alright, here we go. First stop, big... Oh, T-Bird right away. That can be pretty scary sometimes.
Yeah, the big thing with this is that T-Bird being either right at the start of the palace or right at the end, which can happen too, is that there's really no indication of where Darklink is, because Darklink is forced to be behind T-Bird in these flags. So if you find T-Bird midway through the palace behind one of several different forks, it lets you eliminate some paths. But when T-Bird is quite literally the first room in the palace, that's not a thing.
Yeah, we'll see if Trails just takes the up A after this is done to get a full refill going in. I think he did when he first came in, so it's not like he's carrying any extra lives or anything.
Yeah, but I would too. I would up A in this situation, because it is the first room, basically. Or he'll just take the one up and get go. Yeah. Or Pete Mag, whichever. Great. These Castlevania sprites are confusing me. Now this fun platforming room as the next room. I think Trails at Chroma's backtracking to where that boss is.
Yeah, it's good that he's getting back here, but it's going to hurt a little bit when he realizes it.
Yep. Just taking the bottom right on this elevator.
And he's sticking to checking all of his rights. It's a really strong way to play right now because you never know, any particular room could be a Dark Link.
In 4.0 plus, Dark Link can be at the top of an elevator, bottom of an elevator, or a right. It just can't be to the left.
Now, I think some people have tried to program that, and it just always does not work.
Yeah, the boss room code really doesn't like you trying to come in from the right side.
I figured out a way to do it with Rebanak, but you wouldn't want it to really be a pillar room. That would be the problem. So, like a pass-through Rebo you can do it with, but you cannot do it with Horsehead because you'll get soft-locked.
Ooh.
Because what happens is the enemies spawn a specific distance from the direction that you're walking. So if Rebo spawns extra far to the left, he'll just eventually ride in and it'll be okay.
I see what you mean.
But Horsehead will take an hour, and he might not even move your direction because Horsehead and Guma both have that code where once you're a certain distance away from them, they just stand there and stare at you.
Nice. Chroma making a quick pit stop for upstab.
Alright, Trail's still going here. I don't think he's taking a death yet. Again, no jump, so some of these rooms he's going to have to muscle through, but an orange bird isn't the worst thing to muscle through.
No upstab. Well, no, sorry, Peggle. Yes, Trail's got upstab, brain.
It's the fun room. Well,
oops.
You can see him. He menued directly to Fairy. I wouldn't be surprised to see him cast it right away. This room is awful. And there's 10 different variations of it.
Chroma also getting fire. I know I'm pretty sure Trails got upstab. I know he definitely got the fire spell, and I would have gotten, and I don't think he would have bothered to go all the way in just for fire spell if he wasn't also getting upstab.
Yeah, honestly, shield isn't the worst thing you could have got there. Like, if that's spell or reflect, you're just like, ugh, okay, I'm never gonna use this.
Heard this is the S-shaped downstab upstab block for Trails, and Chroma's in P1 now.
I think Trails has went through about half a GP by now.
At least, yeah. I don't know that he's found a single loop yet.
Yeah, this room is different. We haven't seen this. The Syrup and Waffles room, I believe is what we call it.
Yep. Waffles because of the blocks here and a kind of grid-shaped pattern, and Syrup because, well, lava. Okay, I'm a little confused that both runners saw that boss room at the top of the elevator and then turned around? Or am I just getting lost myself? Right. Anyway, at any rate, it will. No, I think it might have been the top.
And we have Dark Link for Trails, so he's a bit weak, but he's still got an extra life. So even if he's not able to clear this out, he might be in good shape.
Yeah, because Chroma's a GP behind. GG's here, Trails incoming.
Still alive. Trails likes his corner squat strats. He's pretty good at dodging, but there we go. Trails finishes off, wins game 1 in this best of 5. GG's.
GG's Trails. Finishing up with an official time of 1:02:32.
And Chroma's cleared out. Looks like he is going to push on to GP now as well. But yeah, I feel like, we could make a big point where the race kind of flipped when Chroma left. Left DM, but I think the gap we have here is actually even bigger than the gap that was lost there. I think Trails, just the way he got through P4 specifically, kind of launched him in front. And I think if Chroma had still gotten that right away, I think we still have this exact same result. It'd just be a little closer.
Yeah, Chroma definitely spent longer in P4 than Trails did, which is a factor for sure.
And yeah, thank you, Winter Plum GG. That was a 7-minute gap, so that's I think that's a little bit more than what was spent there. But yeah, just GG for Trails. Played extraordinarily good.
Absolutely. And Trails will be joining us for an interview right now. Hey Trails, GG.
Hello?
Hey, GG, sir.
Hey, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine, loud and clear.
Yeah, so kind of what happened? I felt like I was behind after I missed all those jumps in P6. And I was like, man, I know Chroma does these 4-tile jumps like it's nothing.
So he failed them at least 2 more times than you did.
You got it faster than he did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him go into those rooms and just nail those jumps without even, like, flinching, so...
But yeah, Chroma actually did, however, have a little bit of a lead on you.
Yeah, he went to Maze really quickly, so when he went back to the West, he was doing everything for the first time where you were kind of having to backtrack a little bit.
Oh, well, so how long did it take him to find the whistle? Did I find it first, or...?
You found it first. Chroma was in DM first, but he checked Hammer Cave first, which was a P-bag, and then up 8 and went to go get the item out of P3, which he hadn't gotten yet. You had gotten the heart out for his trip.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you pulled ahead, basically.
I kind of, what, did he not have the hammer?
He had the hammer, yes.
Okay, and he just skipped the rock.
Yep, just skip the rock. Up until that point, he had been like slightly ahead in exploration and dungeon progression, but then he fell behind to that, and then he also spent a while longer in P4 than you did. You were both in 4 at the same time. He did P4 then P1, which ended up.
Oh, he did it backwards?
Yep.
I did it the other way because routing, obviously. I didn't have to do VOD twice.
Yeah, this spell was pretty short, but that isn't always the case, obviously.
Yeah, and did he have jump spell?
Nope, neither of you got jump spell. I don't think we even saw where old Casuto is.
Yeah, I really want a jump spell so bad. That's why I got the fire spell, because I was like, yeah, he hoping and praying for that.
Yeah, he picked up fire too, probably for the exact same thing. I guess shield's kind of like I don't know, it's a consolation prize. At least it wasn't like spell or reflect.
I think I casted it one time during Thunderbird, and that was it.
Yeah, by that point, you guys both had plenty of heart containers and whatnot, so it wasn't urgent to pick it up.
Yeah, and the reason that I dug the item out of 3 is because I knew it was going to be right there. I saw every other room in 3, and 3 is just a small dungeon. So I figured I'll do the boss, and I'll go back up the elevator and get the item, and sure enough, there it was.
Makes sense.
The rock, I got so dang lucky. Well, I mean, lucky, I don't know. I don't know if you can call that luck. I kind of did everything that I could, and it was either go back into 6 or do Death Mountain. So, where was Hammer Cave? Did I walk right past it? Because I scaled the coast looking for the rock. I went in most of the caves on the coast.
No, it was on the other end of the map. As far inland as you could get, kind of on the middle of the western end of the western edge.
Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised you didn't see that rock. It was right there.
It was like just at the edge of your screen, I think, and from like near the cave that led to that hammer cave. So just don't know. I'm not sure if he walked far south enough for it to be on his screen, or if he did, if it registered in his brain, because that happens a lot with Z2R, where it's like just on the edge of your screen, you just don't register it's there.
Yeah, sometimes if the rock just pokes out slightly, it's it can get you. Man, I'm so lucky I didn't see Hammer Cave, and I'm lucky he didn't find the rock, because that sounds like that's the only reason why I won the race.
And P4 was also a factor, I think, but yeah. I'm surprised you didn't see the rock, because from our perspective it was fairly obvious, but that's how it goes, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not sure if you could see it from the bottom side, but I ended up doing the whole counterclockwise whoop. Because I figured I'd go in and see if I could see it from the coast. I couldn't, so I went through the top and then back around the side. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it felt so good, because I feel like there wasn't really much else I could do, aside from Hammer Cave or digging P6. Did I skip any items? I know I got the item in 5. And I know I skipped the item in 6.
Items out of P bag in 2, heart container in 3, heart container in 4, and the magic jar in 5.
I didn't get the item out of 4. But that was behind the whistle.
Chroma dug it out. Yeah, so it was a moot point. We saw 6 items on the west. We never saw a sunken P-back cave on the east.
That's what it was.
We got both items out of DM.
I saw the item room in 4, but I was just like, at that point, I was like, I need to go, And this GP was long as hell. It had to be like, what, 15, 20 rooms, all in one line? Like, there was a bunch of different ways I could have gone along the way, too. Like, I don't know if there was a way I could have gotten the Dark Link quicker.
Doesn't look like it, because Chroma took a couple other routes and is now on the right route here. But it doesn't look like there was any other path there.
Yeah, because I just kind of like went right until I couldn't anymore, and then went down. And I try to not, like, when I do routing in these palaces, I try to stay on as straight as a line as possible, and to just go down and go right, go down and go right. Because if you have to backtrack and find a left, or something like that, it's easier to figure it out. Whereas if you're zigzagging your way through there, you might not remember how you got there, That's happened to me before a bunch of times in long GP. Or normal route, or normal length GP.
Yeah, sorry, Chroma got stuck in a rather nasty blue chicken sandwich here in this room.
Let me see if I can see where he's at.
He just updated out of the chicken and waffles room like a couple rooms before GP with the lava pits. And, yeah, it kind of stuck, basically.
Yeah, I think he kind of said one more on his screen. I was gonna give it one more try.
Yeah.
Oh, what, yeah, I didn't even see this room.
Yeah, no, you saw the blue chicken and waffles room, I think.
Yeah, he was probably just a couple of screens away from being done, but it's possible, going a different way might be a shortcut, because, like you said, there wasn't really any loops, and kind of has to be, almost.
I don't think this first left from start is going to be of much use for Chroma, though, but I might be wrong.
I didn't see any of these rooms. Maybe. No. Definitely not this one.
Yeah, this was just taking the first left. So, but I mean, this could like loop around and more or less go right to the part where you were at, like right before that syrup and waffles room again, because we never saw the left that way either. Or it's just this part, which I think was bad before. I don't know. I can't follow what's going on.
Sorry, I'm running on it's been a long work day, and sorry, yeah. Okay. Karma has understandably decided to throw in the towel. GG's.
Yeah, that GP was not easy. And it was just like
easy.
one long pathway, it looked like, through what I was seeing.
The route you took, yeah, was pretty long. Chroma ended up taking some other routes and going a bunch of nowhere, basically. We are going to get Chroma in for an interview. GG, Chroma.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, GG's.
I liked that seed for a while.
It was going well for you at the start, yeah, and then
So,
DM happened.
DM happens. I can't imagine I would have lost too much time to that. Like the places where I feel like mistakes were made. I mean, yeah, I could have stayed in DM, but like the way I was thinking is that I've got like 4 or 5 other checks, and it's going to be easier for me to up A out of here, not have to backtrack out 5 rooms and who knows how many other caves to find the
Mhm.
spec rock, and just check the other ones on the way and it'll be there. Like it didn't take long to get to the rock once I did go back to it, but it was, yeah, just not noticing the I imagine the flute block was an issue for trails, at least on some level. Like,
You guys did the
noticing
exact
you're
same
gonna have
thing,
to,
basically, there, where you
yeah,
went to the east, checked the caves, and were like, oh, well, that goes nowhere. Great! And then went to DM, except for Trails never saw a hammer cave and went to Spec Rock instead. And
yeah,
then he had
yeah.
a much faster 4 than you, Chroma, which was also a definite
I believe
factor.
that. 4 was wretched.
Yeah,
I
there was
was a little
two of
frustrated in
those.
6 too.
There was two of those crumble bridge drop rooms, and I got a little
Yeah,
confused there for a second.
Good
yeah,
grief.
I noticed that as well, and I got very confused. There was, I, I think I went through the same drop at the beginning 3 different times or something. It wasn't the best. I still feel like those things weren't terrible though, like, I don't know, how much time did you spend in GP?
It took me about 10 minutes. It was
Okay, so
just,
a
6,
reasonable.
actually.
oh, it was only 6. It was
He
a
entered at
long.
56:36, and you finished at an hour 2:32. So yeah,
It
6
was
minutes.
well, it felt like an eternity because I didn't have jump spell, and it was just room after room after room.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that was kind of getting me too. Did you have to go through the 2 blue bird night rooms with the?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, that was the path.
The blue
The
Oh,
chicken
one where I
sandwich was
was,
like 3 rooms
yeah.
before Tarklink or something.
Okay. I gave up there, but I wouldn't have if I was like seriously in contention at that point. I would have been a
was
little
it
more
was
cautious.
it one of those modified waffle rooms? Like,
Yeah,
With the
waffle
lava
with
pits,
lava,
yep.
waffles and
yeah.
jam or something. I don't know.
Oh, I cheese that guy at the beginning. If you break all the
Yeah.
blocks but one, he'll jump over, and he can't jump back over. So you just stab him in the knees.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, that it wouldn't have been an issue. It's just that I was, seed was over at that point. So I was just checking the like quick things, try and see if I figured out what you did.
Hmm.
Well, GP was
Yeah.
basically just hold right, go down, hold right, go down.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
on the linear path. I don't like the, you know how I like to route GP. I don't like to do anything crazy because I don't
No.
like to start doing any twists and turns until I know that the go right and down and go right path is nothing.
Right. And that's how I've been approaching it for most of the tournament, honestly. Here and there, just, yeah, we'll go left. Why not? It's, just follow the whim.
It
But I mean, you finish before I get in GP, the game's over, so.
Yeah. I mean, my issue with that is if I enter GP and I make a weird turn, if I go up and out, I might forget which turn I made,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
there can be all sorts of different like 4 ways and different paths you can take, and I get I can get confused that a lot of the rooms are duplicates or look similar to each other. I went through at least 2 or 3 of those curtain rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a standard good GP then, sounds like.
Yeah, it wasn't unreasonable.
Yeah.
And but without jump, it was pretty beat.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it wasn't too bad with the rooms that I saw. There wasn't a lot of I guess that one room we were talking about would have been way easier with jump, but it still
Yeah,
wasn't so bad, you know. Like there are some GPs where like jump really makes or breaks it.
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. And
And
man, I was hoping and praying, man, that fire was gonna be linked to jump spell, dude.
yeah, me too. I was like,
It's like,
yeah, shield's okay, I guess.
but yeah, I don't know, man. GG's. You want to do it again, same time next week?
I'd prefer not to wait that long if we can. So I'm gonna have to move pretty soon, and I would love to get this done before that happens,
Makes
because
sense.
that could
Alright.
really set us back.
We could
Um,
like any day after Thursday. I can do them in a row if you even if that helps out. Like one Friday, one Saturday.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if we can try to do something this weekend, I'd love that.
Yeah, it's just
But I mean, we can figure that out on our own.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But GG's, man. Thank you guys for putting
Yeah,
on the race. Thanks for picking it up.
do it now. No.
Always a pleasure.
And
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, that was. Oh, and Aaron, did Aaron come?
Yeah,
I
Aaron
I
just
see
did.
you
joined
there.
me at the
Hello.
oh
last
my
minute.
gosh.
Hey, I'm so glad you did. I was like, I felt really bad for Star there for a second, but
Yeah, I was supposed to be doing a DWR adminning job, and Angel FM out of nowhere is like, "Hey, I can take this race if you want to," and I'm like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "Wait, it's a Z2R race. I could jump in."
yeah, awesome. Yeah,
Thank you
Angel's
for
gonna
that,
be
Aaron.
solid in this community too. It's really cool seeing him get involved in the races. Good stuff.
Yeah, GG guys, great race to watch. I know it was there was some fun logic. Like this was definitely like an expert logic seed, I think.
Oh, yeah, this
There's-
map was fun, and hey, the River Devil actually did his job.
Yay!
Yeah, that was kind of quite a twist. But
Yeah.
that if it was in six or something, or if it was in Hammer Cave,
Oh
definitely
man.
different outcome.
Yep.
Absolutely.
For sure. For sure. But that's why we have 5 games.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, GG's, man, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Sounds good. Thanks, y'all.
Later.
See you. Alright, then I think that's about it. I don't have much else to say. How about you, Aaron?
No, just a great race again. Thanks ZSR for allowing someone like me to come in and do this. I know last minute there was an opening or whatever, but I still consider it a privilege to be able to do comms on this channel, and especially for a finals race for Zelda 2. I know some stuff has happened which kind of led to this. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to game 2. It's a great race, and thanks again.
Always a pleasure. GG's to both runners. Thank you again to Aaron for joining me on comms, especially at the last minute. Thanks to Tom Attack for doing tracking, and I'll let Soulblade, our race streamer, take it from here.
Sounds good. So coming up on the channel here, we got some Ocarina of Time standard tournaments going on. We're in the semifinals for the winner brackets currently, and we also have a Master Quest tournament coming and going on currently as well. There's also Skyward Sword in the round 2 of the winner brackets currently happening as well. And other than that, looks like it's just lots of tournament matches, and we hope to see you for the next Z2R tournament match when that gets scheduled. See you all later, and have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.